Hey, good morning. Yep, new week. Here we go. We are out this morning just doing a little bit of cleanup. We've had some cows that we've been moving, and we're just cleaning up those cows and getting cows put on water and a few things like that. But anyway, I'm wearing my baseball hat today because it's supposed to blow 40 miles an hour. And I didn't want to fight my cowboy hat all day with the wind. So anyway, we got kind of a big week coming up. We've got a big branding toward the end of the week. We've got to finish getting cows moved out of that lower country. And we're still picking up a few cows that we couldn't find earlier, but are showing back up in different places. And so that's kind of what we're doing most of the week. And it's also supposed to be a little bit stormy toward the weekend. And so anyway, it'll just another big week of spring works, and we're excited about it. But this morning we are just going to bump some cows down the road here, and then we're going to go check those cows that we branded last week to make sure everything is okay, and to make sure the calves are all right and everything, and that they're back on water and all paired up and all that stuff. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Just another day on the ranch. So hope you enjoy the video. All right, so these are all cows that we brought up last week that came up too far. They actually went through a gate that got left open, and they're in a little holding pasture, and we don't want them here for a few days. And so we're going to gather these cows up and push them back down the road. We're also doing a work on a well over there, trying to get that up and running and ready for the cows as they get put in this little pasture. We're going to put them in here, and then we're going to brand them. So that's what's happening. Well, I'm riding Jake today. Boy, he's a nice horse. He's a 8-year-old Hancock bred horse, Blue Valentine, top and bottom, and we just really like him. He was really sick. The sickness that I had go through the horses just really got him, and I'm just starting to ride him again. I've had him off for almost 6 weeks. So anyway, we're coming up to this gate that gets left open, and the cows are supposed to be on the other side of this gate. So we're gonna get this bunch through there and push them back down the country a little ways. Yep. Okay, got those cows where they needed to be. And now I went out on a point. It's called muley, and I'm trying to think of a different way to explain that than just say I went out on a point. What it is it's a great big high mesa, and we can see down into the road that goes into that Johns Canyon, and we're still missing 2 cows in there, and it's a great vantage point where I can use my binoculars and use a drone to see if I can see cows. And so I'm going to turn this camera around and show you what this is, because it's absolutely incredible. Okay, so from here I'm looking down on that road that goes into Johns Canyon, and I'm hoping you can kind of see it right there. But that's the road that we take to go in there, and the report is that there might be a cow somewhere along this road. I got up here thinking I could look off and maybe spot something, and I have my drone and binoculars, and it's just too far. The country's just too big. I I mean, I can see what's right here underneath me, but I cannot see way out there in places where this cow might be. So anyway, I'm gonna have to drive down there. But you go off that Moki Dugway to get down there. But what an absolutely incredible place. And the view from Uli Point is, I don't know, I can't even describe it. It's absolutely spectacular. It's also a little bit treacherous kind of walking out here on this point. I'll show you why. There's great big cracks in this rock that go a long ways, so you better hope you don't fall in one. Okay, had to get back to work. I'm just checking these calves that we branded the other day, looking at these cows, and want to make sure everything is okay. So we're going to ride through these and make sure there's nothing that's hurting or swollen or sick, or anything like that. So that's what we're doing. Hey, good morning. It's a new day, and haven't filmed too much the last couple of days because it's been all about vehicles breaking down and moving water troughs and water truck breaking down, and oh my goodness, you know, sometimes you just want to crawl in a hole and not come out and hope all the problems go away. But that just doesn't work. And so you just have to keep kind of getting up and getting at it, and you dust yourself off and go again. But anyway, I am back down in that, what we call cigarette, back down in that country today, and I'm cleanup riding. Kind of cleanup riding. Okay, so here's the other thing is we just have such a hard time with our gates and people opening and closing the gates. There's a lot of visitors here and people that use public land, and they think that they're doing the right thing when they open a gate or they close a gate. And anyway, so we had these cows pushed out of here once, and then somebody closed some gates and closed them out of water. And so they all came back in here. So here I am now re-riding and trying to clean it up. And the reason that that's a big deal is because we're branding in 2 days, and I've got to have these cows a long ways from here and up in this pasture, this little holding pasture with a corral, so that we can brand. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Have a few things I wanted to just answer on from some of the comments. And so as I'm riding out here to check spots and find cows, I'm going to answer those. Okay, I'm riding Glade today. Man, this is a nice horse. He's still pretty young. He's 5 years old. But boy, is he something else. He's kind of big, and he's got a big stride, and he travels the country, and he's pretty darn smooth. And I love his attitude, and his intelligence is just great. So anyway, fun to ride a horse like that. Okay, so here's one of the questions that we got. We get asked a lot about our drone, and if we can use the drone, or why we don't use the drone all the time to find cows. And we can use the drone to do that in certain, if the country is open and certain times of day, you know, where you can actually really see. But when you have trees and rocks and shadows, and it just makes it really hard to find cows or to see all the cows. And so I might fly that drone in an area and think I've seen everything there, and then I might ride into that area and find 15 or 20 cows. And so there's just no exception for boots on the ground. You know, you just have to be there. You have to see the tracks. You have to see the water. And, you know, so even if I fly it with a drone, I still go and ride it. So I hope that answers that question. And, you know, just know that we do. And we, like I say, we have a really cool drone. I love it. It's the DJI Mavic Air 2. And it has been fantastic. Love that drone. Okay, one more thing I wanted to comment on. Horses. You'll see us get horses, and I wouldn't say that we buy and sell all the time, because we don't. But I will say that we are always looking for good horses. Always. And when you see them, that's the time to get them, you know. And we're always looking to improve. And the reason that we do that is because we ride so much. We have so many miles that we cover. And it's just really, really important to us physically, emotionally, and everything else to be on a good horse. So we try to ride the best horses we can ride. If a horse doesn't quite fit, then we look around and we might sell that horse. Now, that doesn't mean there's a problem with the horse at all. It just means that maybe we found something that fits us a little bit better. Okay, what fits us? We want a horse that has the disposition, intelligence, and physical ability to do all the things that we're going to ask them to do. And really, I like a horse, me personally, that is smooth. It just doesn't beat my body up. I spend so many hours horseback, and if I'm riding something that's beating my body up down the road, I'm going to pay for that. So, you know, we just take all those things into consideration. So while we have horses coming and going, I hope you know that that's just kind of what's behind it. All right, so I can hear some cows bawling way out in here, and I can see some tracks, and so I'm going to start hunting cows. All right, starting to gather them back up. Getting them head the right direction here. Well, I got those cows headed up toward the water trough and came back down in here and looked over into one more little draw and got quite a few cows I can see in this draw. So I'm going to grab them and hopefully get everything together and then head up the road. Well, I got two of the groups together, and hopefully we'll pick up. I had one more little group, and hopefully we'll pick them up, and that'll give me a good bunch going out of here today. Then we'll do it all again tomorrow. Got more help tomorrow. I got Trayson and Steve coming, me and Wayne. So anyway, we'll make some big progress tomorrow on these cows. So I got all my cows on the road and got a pretty good bunch, actually. Maybe more than I thought I was going to get. I got at least 30 cows, and that's good for a cleanup. So anyway, they're on the road, and I'm going to move them slow because it's kind of a warmer day today. And we got them a drink, and they've got, I don't know exactly how many miles, eight or 9 miles to go. And it's kind of uphill, so I'm going to let them go easy. All right, well, new day, and we are way down on that cigarette country, re-riding, Trying to get everything pushed up so we can brand tomorrow. And it's me and Trayson and Steve today. And I just wanted to show you this. This is kind of toward the end of that Uli Point, and just incredible country, incredible views. And the cows have been here, but there are no cows here that we can find. We had a little sprinkle yesterday, and there's no fresh tracks on top of the sprinkle. So I'm assuming that the cows are someplace else, not right here. I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about Bull Skull Cave, but it's right here too. I'm gonna zoom in and you can see water that comes out of it. Right there, right in the center. That black, runs over that black rock right there, but you can see that shiny water. That comes out of the back end of that cave, and there's an old trough in there. It's really a cool place. Anyway, okay. Well, we better start making some more tracks. Make sure the cows are all out of here and get it cleaned up. So we've been riding for quite a while, and finally come up with a few cows. Got 3 right here. Steve has 1 cow and calf over in another little draw, but these cows do not have their calves. So I'm staying back off of them and letting them go find their calves so we can get them all together and start them out of here. But they're just wandering through these dang trees, and I hope that they're going to find their calves, because if they're not, I'm going to choke them out. I hope they've laid them down somewhere right here. Okay, good deal. Followed them for about a mile, and they have left their calves and 1 cow. That's kind of what they usually do. So there's a kind of a nurse cow that stays with the calves. The other cows go get a drink. And anyway, so good find. All right, I'm gonna get them headed back to the truck and to the road and get them out of here. Come on, baby, hey! Well, we got these cows out the road and we are headed out of here. So Steve has a couple more in front of us. He started out a little earlier, but I think we're pretty clean. I mean, we're gonna have to come and do some re-riding again, but we've been down here all day and this is what we found, and we hunted up every fresh track we saw. So anyway, we're headed out. Trayson's on Mesa today. How's Mesa?
He's good. He's getting lots of miles the last couple weeks, so it's been good for him.
We're trying to feed him as much as he'll eat, keep the weight on him, but we are riding him quite a bit, and he's gonna make a nice horse. Then I'm riding the new horse, Sosa, today. And boy, he's doing okay too. He's got a lot to learn, but it's okay. They're young. We've got lots of time. Okay, we are making it, but it's a long ways. This poor little calf right here in the back, just super young. Still got its umbilical cord hanging, but he's starting to get his mouth gapping a little bit and slowing way down. Might have to put him in the trailer and give him a ride. We've still got, I don't know, 4 miles at least. So I don't know if he's gonna make it. All right, we picked up our other big bunch, and now we've got about, a mile left to get them into a holding pasture, where we'll keep them till morning. We're about there.
We're 18 miles in. That's what my phone says. It's been a long day. Hey, hey.
Hey, good morning. Man, it's branding day. And the weather is cold and a little snowy, actually. 35 degrees, I can't believe it. But we've got a crew and we're ready to go. And I'm excited today. But I gotta be honest, like the thing I'm the most excited about is lunch. We've got Sergio here with Micah's Tacos, and he is gonna fix lunch for us. And I'm so glad I don't have to eat a cold sandwich today. Anyway, I'll introduce you to them here in a minute, and I'll tell you who all is here. We got a good crew. We're ready to go. So. Yep.
All right, we're out here with Sergio. He's about to sit on his first calf.
Let's do this.
It's been good. We've been branding for about half hour or so, but we got a good crew and we've got these guys here. Should be good. Yeah, how do you think Sergio did? Do good?
All right.
Heck yeah.
He's gonna solo the wrestling move. Just pick him up and pile him right.
I know, that's what he did.
It's so small and falling.
Still deciding his gender.
Actually, that's like half.
Oh, we got Sergio in the mix.
Oh man.
You guys hungry?
What you got for us today, Sergio?
We've got top sirloin cap right here called picanha, white oak and charcoal on the picanha grills, guys.
Oh man.
We're gonna get chicken breast, pineapple, and carne asada too.
Oh man.
So
I don't think any cowboys ate this good while branding. We could
Nope.
probably agree on that.
yeah, you got it
It's
here
gonna
today.
be good. What's your channel?
Tacos ese Mike.
Okay.
Tacos ese Mike.
We'll
Yep.
put that on the screen. We put it up last week, but we'll put it again. You guys go subscribe to his channel, and he's
we
got some
appreciate
cool
it.
stuff going on, and always making good food. So go give him a like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mike, if you want to throw that right here.
Oh my goodness. We're used to cold sandwiches. Look at this. Holy smokes. Sergio, you've outdone yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you like it.
Oh my
Got
word.
build your own quesadilla, carne asada, sirloin, or chicken, and pineapple.
Wow, look at this. I don't know what we did to be so lucky to have these guys come today, but are we thankful or what?
Grab your tongs right there. There you go.
You got what you getting, son?
Yeah, that's right here. Better than a hot dog. There's more right here.
Okay, good. Yeah, keep moving. So you're in my wife's Clark's, you want some of that salsa on there?
This is
Tomatoes and
picanha,
stuff?
little chunks, chicken, onion, carne asada.
Okay, so I'm kind of at a loss for words actually. That was an amazing lunch, and thank you for Tacos S. Mike. This is actually Sergio, but man, do we appreciate that. If you guys want to see more of his channel and what he does, and cooking and outdoor things and barbecue, and it's amazing. It's a great channel. Please go look them up on YouTube, and we'll put a link in the description. And we just want to say thank you, because like I say, we don't eat lunch like this very often. In fact, probably never. And it was so good. It was just awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
we're glad you liked it. Happy to be here, and we'll be back whenever you want. And yeah, look for Tacos Ese Mike. Check out 1880 Drifters, Utah, local cowboys. Let's go.
All right, branding over. Putting the cows back in the holding pasture. Good day, cold, snowy, but good day. Well, okay, we're wrapping up another week. And that was a busy week, but it was a good week, a lot of fun. Boy, I want to just give a special thank you to Sergio and his crew. And we're going to put their channel in the description below. And please go on and watch their stuff and give them a thumbs up. They were so good to us. And man, it's so cool to meet great people like that. So thank you. Thanks, Sergio. All right. So, progress on the saddle. I haven't reported anything on this for a couple of weeks because it's been a little bit slow, because we've been so busy, and because I had a major issue. I put the seat in, and the glue I had was probably a little old or something, or expired, or I don't know what it was, but the glue did not stick the way that it should. And so I ended up having to pull the whole seat out, get new glue, and put it back in. And so anyway, that's kind of where I'm at, but I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to show you kind of what I've done. Okay, here it is. As you can see, I've got the seat in, and it went in pretty well, and it fits good. And I also have the candle binding put in, which is this piece right here. This candle binding is just a piece of leather that I use. Something similar to that binds your seat to the back of your candle. And I use leather on this. I have used rawhide quite a bit. On this particular saddle, I'm going to use leather. I like leather because it seems to hold up a little bit better than rawhide, believe it or not. So, and I've had some saddles where I've tested this out for years, and anyway, I just like the leather. I also like the look. So something interesting about this candle binding is there's two places on this saddle that you have to hand stitch. You cannot machine stitch this. And one is right here on the candle binding, and you can get an idea how thick that is and how big of a piece you have to sew through. And the other is right here on the horn. The horn is also, and what you have to do is you have to either pre-drill or pre-tap every one of these holes so that you can put your needle down through there and sew that. Both places are double stitched, meaning that I have two layers of thread that goes through there. So they're really strong and they hold really well. And that prevents this from twisting or curling or getting ripped off or anything. It's just really a good way to do that. So anyway, that's kind of that candle binding you can see there. And I'll tell you what, this is a job. Like putting this candle binding on takes me about 4 hours. And really, really sore hands. There's just no easy way around that. And you got to get your holes and your stitches exactly right in order for it to look good. And so anyway, that's the progress that we've made on the saddle. Now, this saddle is close. I'm going to finish this thing up in the next week to 10 days. I'm working on the rear jockeys right here, right now, that are going to fit in there. And then we're going to oil things, and we're going to put the fenders on and stirrups and button this thing up. So anyway, there's the update. Well, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're back at it next week. Spring Works just continues. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.